One of the cricket clubs on this list was already playing the game in 1685. That is more than a century before Abraham Lincoln was even born in 1809. While history was still figuring itself out, cricket was already being played on village greens. So today, we're taking a deep dive into the history of cricket and exploring the 10 oldest cricket clubs in the world. And at number 10, we have the Edinburgh Academical Cricket Club. Founded in 1855, Edinburgh Academical Cricket Club, often known as the Accies, traces its roots to cricket played at the Edinburgh Academy itself. This makes it the oldest old boys cricket club in Scotland and one of the earliest continuously organized clubs north of the border. Its historic home at Rayburn Place in Stockbridge is more than just a ground. It is a landmark in Scottish sporting history. The Accies played a crucial role in spreading organized cricket through private schools and clubs across Scotland at a time when the game was still finding its national identity. Over time, the club evolved beyond its academic origins, opening membership and producing players who represented Scotland and even the Marylebone Cricket Club. Edinburgh Accies stand as proof that cricket's story is not confined to England alone. At number 9, we have the Cambridge University Cricket Club. Cricket arrived at Cambridge with purpose, discipline, and prestige. While matches were played earlier, the Cambridge University Cricket Club is officially recognized as being constituted in 1820. From the very beginning, it represented something new. Cricket as an intellectual and elite pursuit played by students who would go on to shape British society far beyond the boundary rope. The club's home at Fenners since 1848 has witnessed generations of talented players refining their skills before moving into county and international cricket. Cambridge was also central to one of the sport's most enduring traditions, the university match against Oxford, first played in 1827. For over a century, this fixture was one of the highlights of the English cricket calendar. Cambridge did not just preserve cricket's traditions, it elevated them. Moving on at number 8, we have the iconic Marylebone Cricket Club. If any club can be called the guardian of cricket, it is the Marylebone Cricket Club. Founded in 1787, MCC quickly became the most powerful and influential institution in the game. Established around Thomas Lord's ground in Marylebone, the club assumed responsibility for the laws of cricket almost immediately, issuing a major revision as early as 1788. For more than a century, MCC acted as cricket's ultimate authority. It shaped how matches were played, how tours were organized, and how the game was interpreted across the world. Lord's became known as the home of cricket, not because of sentiment, but because decisions made within its walls influenced every serious cricketing nation. Even today, MCC remains central to cricket's identity, culture, and legal framework, and only a few clubs anywhere in sport have wielded such lasting influence. At number 7, we have the Hambleton Cricket Club. Before Lord's, before county cricket, before formal laws, there was Hambleton. Rising to prominence in the mid-18th century, Hambleton is often called the cradle of cricket, and for good reason. Although its exact founding year is debated, parish teams in Hambleton were active before 1750, and by the 1760s, the club had become the dominant force in English cricket. Playing on broad halfpenny down in rural Hampshire, Hambleton fielded legendary players like Richard Nyren, John Small, and Lumpy Stevens. The club organized major matches, attracted huge crowds, and played a vital role in shaping early rules and playing styles. For a brief but powerful period, Hambleton was English cricket. Everything that followed built upon what was established here. For number 6, the Sheffield Cricket Club. Long before Yorkshire became a county cricket powerhouse, Sheffield was already playing serious cricket. The club is widely cited as emerging soon after 1751, with early records showing matches played in and around Sheffield from that year onward. This makes it one of the earliest organized centers of cricket outside southern England. Throughout the late 18th and early 19th centuries, Sheffield teams regularly contested important fixtures and helped establish structured cricket in the north. Some Sheffield sides were even styled as Yorkshire in major matches, acting as direct precursors to the Yorkshire County Cricket Club. Grounds like Bramall Lane became part of the city's cricketing identity, and Sheffield's administrators and players played a key role in transforming cricket from a southern pastime into a truly national sport. And hold tight, because as we enter the top 5, things are going to get ancient. Number 5. Slindon Cricket Club. At number 5, we arrive at one of the most explosive rises in early cricket history. Slindon may have been a small Sussex village, but in the 1740s, it stood at the very center of the cricketing world. The first recorded match involving Slindon took place on 15 June 1741, and from that moment, the club became a sensation. Backed by powerful patrons such as the Duke of Richmond, Slindon attracted enormous crowds and fielded players of extraordinary talent. Contemporary letters described thousands of spectators gathering to watch their matches, a staggering number for their time. Players like Richard Newland helped transform Slindon into a side that was effectively county level in strength, even if it remained village-based in name. Slindon's short but brilliant dominance revealed how talent elevated a small community into a national sporting force. At number 4, we have the Chertsey Cricket Club. First recorded in 1737, Chertsey Cricket Club quickly established itself as one of the most formidable sides in 18th century Surrey. The club regularly played against Croydon, London, and later Hambledon, proving it belonged among the elite teams of the era. Chertsey benefited from aristocratic support, including backing from the Earl of Tankerville, and produced some of the most influential players in early cricket. Edward "Lumpy" Stevens changed the way bowling was understood, while William Yalden became one of the game's earliest great wicket-keepers. Beyond individual brilliance, Chertsey helped professionalize the sport by drawing crowds, patrons, and serious competition. Its survival into the modern Surrey leagues makes it a living bridge between cricket's formative years and the present day. And now into our top 3. Number 3. Dartford Cricket Club. Few clubs are as consistently praised in early cricket records as Dartford. With matches recorded as early as 1722 and a traditional founding date of 1727, Dartford was widely regarded as a center of excellence during the 18th century. Writers and patrons of the time repeatedly singled out Dartford players for their skill and discipline. The club frequently faced powerful sides such as London and Hambledon, and its reputation produced early stars like William Bedell, one of the earliest named great players in the sport. Dartford played on open commons such as Dartford Brent, reminding us that cricket's earliest stages unfolded in shared public spaces rather than enclosed stadiums. Number 2. Croydon Cricket Club. Before cricket had formal structures, Croydon was already setting standards. The earliest well-documented Croydon matches date to 1707, when the club faced London in a pair of advertised fixtures, one at Duppis Hill and the other in central London. These matches mark some of the earliest clearly recorded high-level contests in cricket history. Through the 1720s and 1730s, Croydon established itself as a dominant Surrey side, repeatedly defeating London teams and demonstrating that strong local clubs could rival the capital. While early teams were not always formal institutions in the modern sense, Croydon's repeated appearances in major fixtures show clear organization, continuity, and competitive intent. Croydon's story captures a crucial phase in cricket's evolution, when towns rather than counties define the highest level of play. And finally, our number 1, Mitcham Cricket Club. At number 1 stands a club whose claim reaches deeper into cricket's past than any other. Mitcham Cricket Club traces its origins to 1685, anchored by centuries of play on Mitcham Green. While written records from the 17th century are rare, local histories, diaries, and later newspaper accounts consistently point to Mitcham as an established cricketing center by the early 1700s. Mitcham teams regularly challenged London sides and competed across Surrey throughout the 18th century, proving this was not casual recreation but organized cricket. The green itself, with its unusual layout separating the pavilion from the square by a public road, has remained in use for generations. Mitcham's enduring presence links the modern game directly to its village origins. It is not just the oldest club on this list, it is living proof of where cricket truly began. These clubs are older than nations, older than modern sport, and in some cases, older than 1776 itself. They survived wars, empires, and centuries of change, and they're still part of the game you watch today.